Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Remembering one of Motown's sweethearts. Now at noon, we are exploring the late music pioneer Mary Wilson's legacy as one of the founding members of the Supremes. But first, it is a big day on Capitol Hill today. The second impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump is slated to begin in less than an hour. The House of Representatives impeached the former president for inciting that deadly riot at the U.S. Capitol. And today, lawmakers are expected to clash over the constitutionality of the proceedings. Here's live pictures from the nation's capital right now, where those proceedings are expected to begin. The very location of the insurrection. It was Trump, the former president, is being charged with inciting on January 6th. That does top our news this noon. Thank you for joining us. Trump's lawyers and House impeachment managers are going to be sparring this afternoon over whether the Constitution allows a former president to be tried for high crimes and misdemeanors once out of office. Susan McGinnis has a closer look at what we're expecting today.
History unfolds on Capitol Hill as the second impeachment trial for Donald Trump gets underway in the very chamber attacked by Trump supporters January 6th. The first order of business in the Senate, a day-long debate over whether the impeachment of a former president is even constitutional. Mr. Trump is charged with inciting the Capitol insurrection, and House managers are focusing on his actions following the election and his fiery words just minutes before the attack.
We fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Democrats argue the president has no valid excuse for his actions, that he violated his oath of office and betrayed the American people.
This is an open and shut case. Donald Trump summoned the mob to Washington, D.C. He then incited the mob.
The former president's defense argues he was speaking figuratively, that his words are protected free speech, and the riot was carried out by a small group of criminals.
You can't get a traffic ticket based on the procedures they used to impeach President Trump.
While Democrats fiercely debate whether to call witnesses, many of the senators hearing the case saw the attack and its aftermath firsthand. But they will not hear from Donald Trump, the first president in history to be impeached twice. Tomorrow, oral arguments are set to begin, with each side getting up to 16 hours to make its case. In Washington, Susan McGinnis, NBC News.
All right, Susan, thank you. Here at home, we have breaking news. You'll want to avoid I-75 in Detroit, and here is why. There has been a crash that has shut down all of the southbound lanes of I-75. Sky 4 is over the scene. The area is right at the Mack Avenue overpass. There's no timetable for when that stretch of freeway will reopen, but you can see the huge backup. Southbound 75 again closed at Mack Avenue. We are continuing to follow the sad news this noon of legendary NFL head coach Marty Schottenheimer. He has passed away. Schottenheimer won 200 regular season games with 4 teams thanks to his Marty Ball brand of smash mouth football. He was the 8th winningest coach in the NFL history. A family friend says that Schottenheimer died late last night at a hospice care center in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2014. He was moved to a hospice care on January 30th. Marty Schottenheimer was 77 years old. Also making headlines this afternoon is the passing of Mary Wilson, a founding member of the legendary Supremes. The influence that the Supremes had on African-American girls and women across America in the 1960s was undeniable. Oprah Winfrey said, quote, "You never saw anything like it in the 60s. 3 women of color who were totally empowered, creative, imaginative." Wilson's former music partner Diana Ross tweeted about her passing. The tweet reads, "I just woke up to this news. My condolences to you, Mary's family. I am reminded that each day is a gift. I have so many wonderful memories of our time together. The Supremes will live on in our hearts." Let's turn our attention now this noon to Paula Tutman, who has a closer look at her life and legacy as we all remember this beautiful woman who made her career right here in Detroit.
Oh, Rhonda, beautiful inside and out. And I would also argue that she had an influence that spanned everyone. I mean, I can tell you that I lived overseas in the 60s, and I can remember Peace Corps volunteers dancing to the music of the Supremes. It was that kind of influence. This is a shock to people who knew her, particularly here in Detroit, where she is well known. Also, her fans were treated like friends. Her friends tell me that she had no idea that she was gravely ill, and in fact was continuing to plan to make music and continue music as soon as people got vaccinated and the world opened back up. In fact, she never stopped making music. Mary Wilson began her career right here in Detroit in 1959 as a singer in what was then called the Primettes. But then Mary Wilson, Diana Ross, and Florence Ballard later became the Supremes, Motown's singularly most successful group of the 1960s with 12 #1 singles. Now, keep in mind, Mary Wilson is not only a part of Motown music history and an architect of modern music, but is very much a hometown girl who considered Detroit her home. She still has friends here, often visits, and in fact, one of her dearest friends, Beverly Bantam, told me this morning that when she spoke to Mary Thursday evening, she wasn't feeling well. She went to her physician on Friday for a very specific ache, and the two prayed on the phone together. But Beverly says she had no idea that she was gravely ill and, in fact, was busy making post-COVID plans for music and business. Robin Terry is the CEO of the Motown Museum.
So the Supremes, you know, when you talk about contributions to music and the way that, you know, is one of the most celebrated and record-breaking girl groups of all time in the history of music, how they paved the way for other girl groups, you know, from Destiny's Child, In Vogue. They set the standards for what a great girl group had to be. And so, like many of the pioneers at Motown, I mean, they blazed a trail and contributed to music and music culture in a very, very unique way that truly was their own.
Yeah, and it really became everyone's music, truly. She was only 76 years old, but she was so fit, so youthful. Beverly Bantam and Martha Reeves talk about how they had trouble keeping up with her physically because she moved so quickly. I'm hearing these amazing stories, just incredible stories, and people are truly shocked by this. We'll have more on this today at 4 and 5 o'clock, but again, Rhonda, what a surprise and what a deep, deep loss when you lose a music icon of this caliber.
Absolutely. What a pioneer she was, and so difficult for so many people that knew and loved her to get this shocking news, especially not knowing and her not even knowing that she was gravely ill, as you said. Our hearts go out to all of them. Paula, thank you. We are going to switch gears here and talk about the weather. We have been enjoying lots of sunshine all across the Metro Detroit area, but don't walk outside or it'll ruin it for you because it is just so cold. Let's check in with Brandon with a look at those chilly temperatures this week.
It's very true, Rhonda, because the snow that we got is a beautiful coating and covers up any of the nastiness that perhaps the last couple of days brought. But you can see here from Mount Clemens, again, a beautiful coating of snow, even right by the right now part of our graphic up top, some blue sky and some cloud cover. It is 20 at Metro, it is 19 in Monroe, 18 Port Huron, and 15 in Howell. Some wind chills are still single digits and low double digits. 23 degrees with clouds and a little bit of sun coming your way here and there. Fresh snowpack all over the place with, again, some cloud cover. We are tracking a couple of snows in the 7-day, Rhonda. We'll have it coming up.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you here in a few. Meanwhile, let's talk about the coronavirus. Nationwide, the United States passed 27,100,000 cases and more than 465,000 4,000 people have died from this virus just in the United States alone. This all according to the Johns Hopkins University database. Here at home, we are expecting to get the very latest coronavirus numbers that are in from the past 24 hours. We'll get that this afternoon. Governor Whitmer is also expected to update the state on the pandemic and response at 1:30 this afternoon. You can watch that on clickondetroit.com. And at 2 o'clock this afternoon, Mayor Mike Duggan is going to be announcing expanded community vaccine options for seniors and a plan to give Detroiters without transportation rides to the TCF Center to get a coronavirus vaccine. You can stream both of those events happening this afternoon with Governor Whitmer and Mayor Duggan at 1:30 and 2 by watching right there on our website at clickondetroit.com. Still to come, scientists investigating the coronavirus pandemic's origins in China reveal their findings.